By the way, Patrick, Arthur was here last week.
Yeah, no, I saw that in the.
Okay.
I took a look at that. The discussion with Lamport, just to see how these things flow.
Right. The tide of history, but there is an area where fussiness about how things are presented is really important and really does add value, and that's accessibility. Because if you're blind and you're dealing things with a screen reader, the formatting of information and providing hints and cues for what the screen reader should read is really important, and having a real regularity in the presentation of regular data is really important, because it's one thing to be walking along and see a stone in the road and avoid it, and it's another thing to be walking along and not see the stone on the road and stub your toe against it. And so regularity of data means that tools can be used for people who have accessibility problems.
Yes, but what we're complaining about is that this fussiness is different from journal to journal. So there's not a standard there. Now, what you're saying would be fine if there was a standard which they all adhered to them and stuck to it.
For journals, yes. What I'm saying is that the wrong people are being fussy for the wrong reasons, if you like. That actually the fussiness that if the fussiness that is applied to references was applied to the formatting of mathematics and so forth, then blind and visually impaired people would have an easier life of it. I know some blind people that read the LaTeX source, and author macros are, of course, both a benefit and a difficulty. So that sort of standardization does have benefits, and the experience of multiple ways of formatting things is sometimes, I think, what's needed for accessibility in terms of meeting the needs of different people. And the experience we've had with generating, when I heard you, Patrick, talking about Merlin being able to format things in many, many different ways, I thought, well, maybe somebody who's disabled would have their own preferences as to how the source code of a program is formatted so that they can read it more easily in terms of the audio and other cues that might be provided. So that's the first sort of offshoot. The second is DOIs on the cheap. Well, not exactly on the cheap, but I use Git a lot, and every object in Git has a secure hash, and it's quite expensive to produce another object that has the same secure hash. When I say quite expensive, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is today feasible if you're determined. So they're doing work to up the price of that to more dollars by using a larger hash. But if a